All right, hi, I'm Becklane, and this is Catalyst and Company. Catalyst and Company, where we watch my hair do whatever it's going to do, and we work at being the artist we've always wanted to be, or we be the artist we've always wanted to be. But whatever happens, we just keep working. We keep making stuff. Behind me are several examples of a portfolio I've just decided I have to do. I don't know why. My squirrely brain has decided, whoop, we're going to lean away from William Bullard, put William Bullard on a shelf for now, developing paintings from his photographic images and several other projects that I've wanted to do. We're going to focus on Frida Kahlo. I had a conversation with one of my art galleries, my friend Jay, and once again he was suggesting, okay, we want to go over that. He was suggesting that I work small, which of course I have said 8,000 times here, especially. I can't paint small. I'm working with several eye stigmatizations problems, and I'm just doing the best I can. And I can't paint small. I can't see small, and I have no interest in small. Poor Jay. I'm going to rake him over the coals now. But he made that suggestion again, and I had to explain again, I can't see small. And also my work doesn't have the impact that that people respond to, or I'm even comfortable with going small. It's not about, okay, I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to make it pretty and that's going to be it. It's not that. It's not, okay, I'm going to paint a picture of a beach ball and I don't care how it's done or how it looks or how it feels. It's just I'm going to paint a picture of a beach ball. I don't work that way. Here's a painting of a dog on a beach. Here's beach again. Here's happy teacups. I don't work that way. My work has to have a visceral feel to it. That's what gets me excited. It's not just doing an image of, and we are going to do it this big because that's the biggest seller. I don't work that way. I can't work that way. I have no interest in working that way. So poor Jay. He made the suggestion, work small. Cannot physically do it because I can't see small, and I have no interest. What I have is an image, and from that, the image that I'm working from, the reference material I'm working from, tells me the size that I will be working in. It's not the other way around. It's not, will this photograph of, say, Frida Kahlo, I will make this photograph of Frida Kahlo fit in this particular canvas. It is the other way around. Frida Kahlo, figures, the portraits, all the work that I do, the reference material informs me of the size I will be working in, as well as the colors. So anyway, that said, back to poor little Jay, who told me to work small, and I do this. He also gave me some feedback, which I don't really care about, but that some people have said that my work is not cheery enough. Again, I don't really care. If you want happy and cheerful, go to the artist who does happy and cheerful. You want puppies playing, go to the artist who does the puppies playing in the exact size you want, using the colors that will work over your couch. I don't care. I paint what I paint. I paint what strikes me, what hits me in the chest, what makes my entire nervous system go, we gotta do that. That's how I work. But I did take what he said for the 8 millionth time into some consideration. And I sat and thought for a day. I was just sitting there going, how is it people don't get me? How is it the people I'm most close to just don't get it? I did that for a day, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, how can I take what he needs, sort of, what he needs, or he believes he needs, and the other galleries believe they need, and bend it to work with the images and the way I paint. The images I paint and the way I paint. And I was sitting there in front of some television show, binge watching, and I'm fuming a little bit, and I went, oh my God, Frida Kahlo. First did a portrait of Frida Kahlo back in 2014, I think it was. And it really is, because I pay attention to my traffic online, it is my second most popular image behind Yayoi Kusama, who people write me about all the time. But Frida Kahlo, my Frida Kahlo portrait is number 2. Now, unlike Yayoi Kusama, and I hope I'm saying her name right, I've been saying it all wonky for 10 years, who knows, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of photographs of Frida, well, probably hundreds of photographs of Frida available online, maybe thousands. And I started going through files and looking her up and going through the Getty images and going through images that her father took of her and images that Sylvia took, and all these, Benton, is it Benton? I can't remember now, but looking through files and files and files and sites that hold her images, and started finding things that I really want to work with, that spark me. And that's what we need as artists. It's not something, we don't want to just duplicate what we see. At that point, you might as well just be a Xerox printer. What you want, or doing AI, and just doing the best AI image of, or whatever it is, taking an image, running it through AI or a Photoshop, and then saying, ta-da, look what I did. What we want as artists, as true artists, as true painters, as true artists, is to really feel the reference material. Really feel it in our bones, in our nervous system, in our amygdala, just everywhere, in our hearts. A true connection to it. Not just reflecting the beach ball, the puppies, blah, blah, blah. Just like, this will fit on this and it'll be my bestseller. Is true artists. Not just little crafty men with glitter and stuff. But it's true, honest to God artists. True, honest to God painters. We want to feel it, feel it, feel it in our soul. So I sat and thought about Frida and my soul, and keeping some sort of dignity while I'm doing what people ask, or considering what people ask me to do. And I found all these images that I just fell in love with. And I started to learn about the photographer and learned about her father, and how her father really took some extraordinary pictures of her, photographs of her, as she was. And I went, oh my God, he's my type of guy. And Frida Kahlo, there's a famous scene where she's been photographed, her father photographed her a couple of times in a men's suit, 3-piece suit. And I didn't know this until I started looking and digging and finding reasons to connect to Frida Kahlo, more than she had a mustache and she was kind of badass. More than that, I want to really understand her and feel her soul as best I can. So, and not in a weird way. So, anyway, learning about her father and their deep connection really astounded me. The photographs of her in the men's suit, there's family photographs of her standing there in a men's suit and a tie, standing right next to her dad. I think it's her dad, standing right there. He allowed her to be herself at a time when women were nothing but property. No rights, nothing but property. And that really, I don't know, it filled me with an excitement and an adoration and a little bit more of an understanding of who she was and how she was the way she was. She was extremely courageous in her belief in herself and in her belief in her artwork. She was basically a take no prisoners, and I don't care what the world thinks, I'm doing this. Her family support, I am going to not just survive, but I'm going to create, and I'm going to make a name for myself. She did that with her family support, and that is so friggin' rare It is so incredibly rare, but I was glad to know that, and I just feel I know her a little bit more deeply. And then reading about her other relationships, and of course that tumultuous one with Diego. Good God. Stop swinging your dick, Diego. We got it. I learned so much about her, that most of her life as an artist, she was kind of riding his coattails because that was her only option, really, to get anywhere. And it wasn't until after she was dead, 30 years after she was dead, that she became popular. It was in the 1970s that people went, Frida Kahlo, boss of the universe. We love her, Frida. Go Frida. I want to be more like Frida. Look, I'm dressed like Frida. 1970s was when she actually became an icon. So learning that and a whole bunch of other more stuff, I decided I want to do a whole set or sets of Frida Kahlo. She did 55 self-portraits in her lifetime, and so right now I'm kind of fixated on the idea of putting all the other portfolios that we've talked about to the side, shelving those, and doing 55 portraits of Frida Kahlo. So we have the one that I did 8 years ago. Then the past few days, the past week, I started and finished these three: Frida as a young girl, Frida as a teen in the 1920s, and then Frida in her 40s. And this would have been shortly before she died. I think she died in 47, but this is in 1944. So I've got the three Fridas. They're on smaller canvases. You're welcome, Jay. 24 inches tall by 20 inches wide. And I'm really only interested in selling them as a set. That's it on this one, as a set. I am not interested in selling one. They've got to go as a set. We've had a number of people come forward or people inquiring about price and blah, blah, blah. We've got nothing solid yet. So if you're interested in them, call Jay Louise. His phone number, his contact info will be down in the comments or down below the video. And let me take down the three little Fridas that we've been working on, because I finished up these three, and then I started and finished another one, and I don't have it out, but it is Frida in the suit, and I've taken her figure out of the family portrait or family photograph and painted her on her own in a 48 inch by 24 inch canvas. I'll show you that another time. So that would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 portraits down out of 55. And then over the past couple days, I've started 3 more, including this one behind me. And this is an image that our friend Eric Carter, and a big champion of mine and supporter of mine, Eric Carter, he sent me kind of like a one-off, like, oh, you should see this. He sent me this image, and so I started doing it on a 48 by 48 inch canvas, and I'm really excited. I'll show you, maybe I'll show you the other ones as well. As you can see, they're just stick figure stage. Doobity-doo. So these, I mean, obviously these are all just being sketched in. They're stick figure stage. But I'm so excited by this that I've been up late at night now. I have the energy. Some days I have the energy where I'm up late at night. I'm staying up past my bedtime to work on these, because this is giving me focus and purpose, which I desperately, desperately, desperately needed. So we finish up, once I get these 3 done, that'll be 47 more portraits to go. I have a couple of other canvases in play. One is of the vaudeville actress or performer Ada Overton Walker. I'm finishing her up. And then I started another painting of a boy on a hobby horse for my Boy on a Hobby Horse series. And that will make either number 7 or number 8 in that particular portfolio. But this is the thing that's got me going, is painting Frida. And so that is what's happening in my tiny little world, in my itty bitty tiny world. As a side note, I have been feeling better and better. I've had a number of people help me get supplements and things. so that I have the opportunity to get better. I had an episode over the weekend where I thought, well, as I drifted off to sleep, well, I'm all done now. Got very, very sick again, but ended up waking up the next morning, and as soon as I felt strong enough, just got to work on these. We're just going to keep working on them. So there we are. 55 Fridas. Figure the math, that will take 5 to 6 months to do. Again, it's just going to be a matter of getting canvases, and we'll see what happens. If you're interested in that set of 3 Fridas, please contact Jay. But you can see really good, pretty good portrait pictures of them on my Instagram account. The link is down below, and my Facebook page. Again, the link for that is down below. You can also see the portrait of Frida in her suit on Facebook and Instagram as well. All right, I'm Beck Lane, and that's it. If you'd like to help support Catalyst and Company, all the links are down below, including links to TeePublic, which, by the way, we had a good month. So thank you for taking advantage of the TeePublic sale and buying my images. But we've also got Patreon, where you can supply monthly support for as low as $5 a month, and you get a prize at the end. And there was something else. And then I've got Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. If you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, that would be awesome while we're waiting for another sale. And then the links to all my galleries are down below. All right, ready, Carrie? Hi, Carrie. Haven't talked to you in a while. Hi, bud. I hope you're well. All right. Ciao. And thank you to everybody who has been supporting me all this time. It's funny how, sorry, I'm now going to stretch this out for another 20 minutes. I'm only kidding. I didn't realize how sad and depressed I felt. I knew, but I didn't know I had another mode anymore until lately. Landing me in the hospital, almost dying, all of that, and having to take certain supplements and also medication for some ulcer issues, and my stomach lining is deteriorating, which almost killed me too. So having to take medication and having friends help me with supplements and help me get around and help me do stuff has been absolutely immeasurable, because I, like you, I'm sure like you, I hope not, but I'm sure like you feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're starving to death and nobody cares. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter that you exist at all. I mean, that's the way I felt for so long. No matter how kind people have been over the years, I've just felt like, can I just stop now? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being alone. I'm sick of feeling abandoned and like a back burner human being that, is going to amount to nothing. I now know I can attribute a lot of it to the low iron, the anemia, my stomach lining deteriorating, my RSD, the non-stop head-to-toe neuropathy. There are so many issues that I've been dealing with, and now I'm going, oh, no wonder you were sad for so long. No wonder you couldn't see a way out. No wonder you couldn't stop feeling depressed all the time. Plus having the rug pulled out from under me 8 million times by people. It wears on you. So if you're feeling like that, you really are not alone. You really are not alone. But my suggestion, because I'm now in this position and feeling better, take a look at your diet to make sure that you are taking supplements. If you can, talk to your doctor. There may be a physical issue that you're unaware of. I certainly was not completely aware, but we're taking care of it as best we can. Without doctors, we're just taking care of it as best we can. So anyway, I wish everybody the best, and I just wanted to say Thank you for everyone who has been helping and has been supporting. All right, now I'll shut up. Ciao. Ready, Carrie? Here we go. Ciao. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Boink.